They're mad because your beauty is deeper than looks and it makes them uncomfortable. There are some people who get very jealous and envious of those who are not just beautiful on the outside, but also beautiful on the inside. When you are the kind of woman that has a beauty that flows from out of you and not just what's on you, there are going to be some people who get very jealous and envious of you. There are going to be people who will try to give you a hard time simply because you are not just a pretty face or a beautiful body. See, this is the reason why you can have some women, even though they look beautiful, aesthetically pleasing, beautiful hair, beautiful nails, and yet they will be jealous and envious of the woman who's considered basic or average or the plain Jane. See, I liken that to if you have a very beautifully expensive wrapped gift and you open it up only to realize that it's something from the dollar store on the inside, or the opposite of that where the wrapping is kind of cheap, but then you open it up and it's a very expensive gift. That is the way it is when you are dealing with a woman who is jealous and envious of a woman that's considered average or a plain Jane. You see, when you are beautiful, not just on the outside, but on the inside too, you're not trying to overcompensate with hundreds of thousands of dollars of hair or nails or, beauty products or hair and skincare. Nothing wrong with those things. But the issue with people who get jealous and envious of women who don't do half of those things, they're relying on their outer beauty to carry what their personality and their spirit can't. When you are the kind of woman that is beautiful on the inside out, you have those traits that are lacking in the person who's being jealous and envious of you. This is the reason why you can have a beautiful woman that is societally beautiful. She fits that beauty standard, and yet she will still be jealous and envious of the woman who's considered a plain Jane or considered average. So what makes a woman who is also beautiful on the outside be jealous and envious of a woman who's not considered beautiful aesthetically, but she is beautiful radiating from the inside out? Number one, when you have manners and you have class. A woman that is beautiful on the inside out, from the inside out, you radiate class, you radiate dignity, you have that decorum and gracious way about yourself that even if a woman is beautiful, she can still be triggered to jealousy and envy towards you simply because you have manners. I want to work on that one for a moment. There are some women who get very jealous and envious of women who have something simple as manners. And when I say manners, I mean saying your please and your thank yous and excuse me. There are women who get so jealous and triggered and uncomfortable by women who still have basic manners. That's the reason why sometimes they'll try to clown you or try to mock you simply because you're saying things like please, thank you, good morning, excuse me. It's unfortunate that this fine art of having manners is lost on many people, especially women. A woman who has manners and you couple that with class, that makes you beautiful. When you don't look at someone and say, hey, I'm talking to you, hey, and you say, excuse me instead, when you carry that kind of energy around a woman who might look beautiful, but yet she has a savage mentality, she is going to be triggered to envy and jealousy towards you. And in doing that, she might try to mistreat you. She might try to clown you. You might find yourself being the butt of her jokes or being the, talk behind their back simply because you are the opposite of what they're being. I'm giving you this information because there are some women who say, why would somebody be jealous of me? Look at her. She's beautiful. I don't think it's jealousy. And I've seen that kind of thing on TikTok and on YouTube where there are some people saying, why would she be jealous of her? Look at her. She's beautiful. She has this. She has that. Some of the most beautiful women are very insecure. So insecure to the point where they want to put down the women who they consider are not as beautiful as them, and yet they're still jealous and envious of them. So when people get mad because your beauty is deeper than looks, it's because you're displaying those characteristics that they do not have. So, number one, manners. A woman with manners will always be considered beautiful. A woman who knows how to speak to people. That's another thing that women, even if they are beautiful, if they don't have class and decorum, they will be very jealous and envious and be uncomfortable around women who do. Now, when I say decorum, I mean time and place, and you know how to speak to people. I'm going to sit on this for a moment because this is very important, especially when it comes to women. There are some women, they get jealous and envious of women who know how to speak to other people with dignity and respect. When you know how to treat other people with respect and you do that in a public space, do not be surprised at the hate and the disgust and the dirty looks and the odd looks that you get from women simply because you know how to talk to other people. Now, when I say you know how to talk to people, I mean you check your tone, you check your attitude, and you treat people the way you want to be treated. See, a woman who is not just beautiful on the outside, but also on the inside, she has mastered the art of knowing how to talk to people. Some of the ways that women who are traditionally beautiful or societally beautiful make themselves look grotesque is by the fact that they do not know what to say out of their mouths and they don't know how to say it. A woman who does not have control over her mouth will automatically make herself look less attractive in the eyes of others. So these people are mad because your beauty is deeper than looks and it makes them uncomfortable. See, this is the reason why some women can see a woman who they might not consider look as good as them, but this woman will be getting attention, getting opportunities. She will be sought after by men and women alike for different opportunities, and she won't. See, having a beauty that is deeper than just the outside, that is what's going to carry you. And that is what a lot of miserable, jealous, or envious people, especially those who take pretty privilege and believe that just because they're pretty, or just because they're beautiful, that means that everything is owed to them or everything is going to come to them. That is absolutely not true. You see, when you are the kind of woman that is beautiful and yet you don't have class, you don't have self-awareness, and you don't know how to speak to people, that can put you in the same category as a person who is not considered as attractive if they don't have the qualities that I aforementioned. So these people are mad because your beauty is deeper than just looks. Another thing that gets women who get jealous and envious of other women, especially when they believe they have so much pretty privilege that they don't have to actually be a decent person, when they come across the woman who is her beauty is deeper than looks, when they see that you don't necessarily look the way they think you should, maybe you don't fit the Eurocentric standard of beauty, maybe you are not spending hundreds of thousands of dollars on wigs and weaves and hair and nails and all these different things, and yet that doesn't stop you from getting into different spaces, there will be some women who are jealous and envious of the fact that they have to share a space with you. Now, I know this is something that a lot of women have experienced, but they just don't know how to kind of explain it or really describe it. There are some women, they get triggered to jealousy and envy because they saw themselves as better than you, not realizing that their beauty, their outer beauty, can only get them but so far. See, there are a lot of beautiful women, and this is the reason why it's about to get a little bit rough, but you know, if you've been on this channel any amount of time, you already know. There are some very beautiful women, because their personality sucks, they are in very low-level positions of work. They can't hold down relationships. They are really not decent people to be around because they put so much value on their outer appearance instead of giving attention to what's going on in the inside. I say that to say, when they come across the woman whose beauty is deeper than looks, when you are not just beautiful or attractive, but you know how to treat people, you treat yourself well, you don't really taint your spirit with a lot of negative things So when you speak, you give life and not tear down. Because we're not going to act like what a woman puts into her body mentally and spiritually is not a reflection of her beauty also. See, this is a part of beauty that people really don't recognize. What you take into your mind and your spirit, that is what you become. There are some women, they are very beautiful, but yet they are always meditating on negative things. They allow people in their life that bring a lot of drama and chaos into their life. They like to do things that are very demented and sordid. They like to focus on things that are very dark in energy. A woman's beauty is a reflection of not just what she puts on her body, but what she takes into her body, be it spiritual, mental, and even physical. So these people are mad because your beauty is deeper than looks and it makes them uncomfortable. Another way some people get very jealous and envious of women when their beauty is deeper than looks, it's because of your knowledge, your wisdom, and your intellect. There have been some people, you meet them and they can't hold a conversation to save their life. It's like they're not interesting, they're not personable, they really don't have much to say about anything because all they follow is gossip and trends. I say that to say, when you are dealing with a woman who might be beautiful, but yet her personality is lacking, when she sees a woman that is beautiful on the inside and out, and you have that personality, that charm, you're able to carry a conversation, you can offer something deeper than just everyday gossip, there will be women who get very jealous and envious of that, even if she looks better than you to some people. I keep emphasizing the look better part because some people believe that jealousy and envy is only summed up to what you look like, and it's not. You don't have to be a beauty queen. You don't have to be something to write home about. You don't have to be like the most top tier kind of woman for women to be jealous and envious of you. I want to backtrack on that, people being mad that they have to share the space with you. There are some women, and this is where that conceited nature really does come in. I've spoken about this kind of thing on my channel multiple times, how some people believe when you have confidence that makes you conceited. That's not true. A lot of times what's conceited is a woman who believes just because she's beautiful, that makes her better than every other woman, and she treats women as such. These will be the kind of women who get mad because your beauty is deeper than looks and they don't want to share spaces with you. These are often very shallow, superficial, vain women who feel like, okay, if you don't look a certain way, then you can't be around us. You can't sit with us. You can't talk to us. I remember coaching a young lady a while ago, and she was speaking in regards to those kind of things, that she felt like because she wasn't the same size and she wasn't the gym girly and this and that, that there was some women who were actually, treating her some kind of way simply because of that. I had to let her know that sometimes it's the opposite of what you're thinking. It's not that you're not good enough. Sometimes it's that you're too good. See, shallow and depth, those things cannot coexist. And if your aesthetic is not beautiful to some people, but yet you bring so many interesting and deep and helpful qualities, there are going to be some women, because their brain doesn't go any deeper than lipstick, they won't understand any of that. So they don't want to deal with you. So these people are mad because your beauty goes deeper than looks and it's making them uncomfortable. So what do you do when you are seemingly excluded or people attempt to bully you because they see that you're different, but you still have something beautiful to offer? Number one, we never beg to sit at anyone's table. And I say we because many women, especially women of color, if you do not have Eurocentric beauty features, at some point in your life, you have probably experienced being around different types of people who want you to feel as if you don't belong in certain spaces because you don't have the look. And I guarantee you, you belong wherever you want to be, and wherever they won't allow you, you can create your own space. So we do not beg to sit in circles with people who do not want us there. And this is for all of my unambiguous looking women. This is for all of my non-Eurocentric looking women. These are for my women who look like they are women of color from the Africanist region, okay? With the bulbous noses and the foreheads and the features that say, I'm black and proud, and you should be. I feel like I had to emphasize that because in the time we live in, there are some people who are getting tricked by AI images. They don't even recognize that they're looking at a fake person when they see it, and they'll say, oh, she's so cute, she's so beautiful. And it's not even a real person. I say this to say, do not let society's standard of beauty make you feel bad about yourself. You belong wherever you want to be. So we don't beg to sit at other people's tables, number one. Number two, the woman who is not just an aesthetic, not just superficial, you have to understand that you are more powerful, and that puts you in the leadership position against people who want you to feel as if you don't belong simply because you don't fit their standard of beauty. When people get mad because you are beautiful from the inside out and they want you to feel as if you don't belong, that is when you should start creating your own spaces. That is when you assume that leadership role. Now, what do I mean by assume that leadership role? I'm going to say this in the most pleasant way as possible. Not all women, this is for some women. Some women understand that they don't have anything else going on for them but how they look. So they try to monopolize on that. And I'm not saying there's necessarily anything wrong with that when you use it to your own advantage and don't hurt people in the process. The issue is when you have certain women who feel like because all they have is their looks, they try to down those women who have something deeper, and they can see it. That's the reason why sometimes you'll start getting mistreated, or they'll attempt to bully you, or they'll attempt to say little smart things about you, because they see that you're operating in a deeper level than they are, and they don't like it. So they try to play up their looks as if that's going to do something to you, and it won't. So you have to understand, when a woman who is considered beautiful attempts to make you feel less than simply because they're jealous and envious of the fact that your beauty goes deeper than looks, you have to understand that that makes you an authority when it comes to your beauty, when it comes to the impact you make in the world. If you have someone who societally they consider you more beautiful and they're hating on little old you, if you're considered basic or average, or you don't consider yourself whatever, which you should, understand it's because you carry something deeper. Like and subscribe to the channel and share this content. Hit the notification bell so that you're aware when I post a brand new video. If you watch this video until the very end, put the cute little high heel emoji in the comment section. I absolutely love to see it. Take care.